Welcome back to Daytime on Rogers TV. We invite you to go to rogerstv.com and go to the Daytime page. You can find videos from all kinds of past shows. And if there's something from this show that you would like to see again, you will no doubt find it there as well. Once again, rogerstv.com. We are talking about Transgender Day of Visibility today and the significant part that Pride London plays in that overall recipe. Jennifer Wenn is board member and Trans Committee co-chair for Pride London. Jennifer, thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
First of all, let's talk about that. The kind of the evolving nature of Pride London and the basically the umbrella under which that Pride covers seems to be constantly expanding. Why is it important for Pride to cover the umbrella and include trans people as well?
Trans people have, historically, we've been left behind to a certain extent. And if you think back to Stonewall, even going back to '69, trans people were at the center of that, but that's often not remembered. And it became a rallying cry for gay rights, which was fine. And we need to catch up. We're not as far along as the other elements are. And trans people have a very tough road and need the support and visibility.
I think a lot of Londoners, and in fact a lot of people in general society today, don't understand how rough that road is. Talking to Lori Ward earlier, we talked about how we have seen violence in the past towards gay and lesbian people, but we still today see a significant amount of violence towards trans people.
Oh, absolutely. Within London, if you're a trans person, depending upon where you are in your transition, from your gender assigned at birth to your felt gender, it's very common that you would get stared at, that you would hear remarks behind your back, loudly verbally harassed, all three of those. I know at least one person that was physically assaulted, beaten quite badly. A couple of others would be classified as their experience would be classed as sexual assault. And this is one of the better places in the world compared to many.
Right. If you look around the world, by comparison, though London may not be idyllic, we are miles ahead of a lot of parts of the world.
We're ahead of a lot of parts of the world. There are places in the world I would never go. It would quite possibly be a death sentence were I to show up there. If it wasn't the government, it would be attitude of people or police in some cases. And part of what Pride is doing is trying to promote equality for all LGBT people here and elsewhere too. And we're the T in LGBT.
Is Trans Day of Visibility a big part of that, of creating that
I think it's
equality?
A growing part. It's a newer one. Mm-hmm. For me, it's a newer day than something like the Transgender Day of Remembrance, which is November 20th. This is a newer one, and I think it's a growing thing. Yes.
Let's talk about the differences too, because Trans Day of Visibility really it's actually kind of born out of the Trans Day of Remembrance and kind of completing that piece of the puzzle, right?
Yeah, it is. The Transgender Day of Remembrance is what you would think it is. It's a day to remember those that were killed simply because they were transgender people. And the Transgender Day of Visibility, for me, it's more of a celebration. We're here, we're part of the community. We are a normal part of human diversity and would like to be celebrated as such.
Even further, with Trans Day of Visibility, the theme this year, hashtag more than visibility. What do we mean by that when we say more than visibility? What are we hoping to achieve?
Well, I think you want to move beyond. Visibility is good in the sense that there's an awareness that we're there, but if you move beyond that, you start to move into acceptance, and then the next stage after that would be to move through that into celebration.
That was actually going to be the next thing I asked you about, because I feel like it should be a celebration, but we're maybe not quite to the point where we can celebrate yet.
No, it's difficult. Pride can help with that. Because Pride is a celebration, and we are an increasingly important part of that celebration, at least in London.
Is a big part of that, though, people like yourself, trans people taking the initiative and working together with Pride and simply being there, being present in that
Oh, for
movement?
sure, absolutely. It is important for trans people to have their own voices and to be full participants and to tell our own stories and to participate in organizations like Pride and various other ones. Yes, that's really important.
We want to continue the conversation, not simply about Transgender Day of Visibility, but also about Pride, what Pride is doing to help foster visibility. You can go to pridelondon.ca. We're back to continue our conversation with Jennifer Wenn, board member and Trans Committee co-chair, when Daytime returns right after this. Your ARF Ontario pets of the day are 4-year-old Rouge and 18-month-old Lara. Both of these animals are looking for forever homes, and if you can help, or if you'd like more information on becoming a foster family or donating, visit arfontario.com.